Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the breakdown with Building today. This is another week with my guests, Onyin Liz and Jem Jem.
Hello.
Okay, Onyin Liz with the Queen with the Queen Liz wave, you know.
Yes.
And today we have Black Steve Jobs with us, Jem.
I just
Okay,
want to say that the reports of my wedding have been greatly exaggerated. I didn't get married. It was introduction. Everybody calm down.
I love, you know what? I love that you even mentioned because I was going to say, should I talk about it? Do you guys? But anyway, for anyone who's watching, the intro is like, it's still like low key. It's not like, there's still you guys are still going to party, okay? So let's just put that out
For
there.
2 days straight.
Yeah?
For 2 days straight.
I know for 2 days straight. So shout
Sure.
out to you guys.
3 days for some people.
Oyin Liz and Jem Jem for doing the do and for taking that step because it's a big step
Into adulthood.
because it's a big step. And if you're watching, don't forget to say hello in the comments. So we're going to jump in because our accurate timekeeper is here. Before you know it, he will start looking at his watch.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about a very controversial hashtag right now, and it's called No One Like Woman. All right. And Jem, somebody might feel like, okay, so why is Jem here? I feel like Jem is going to bring in his own angle as usual. It's like, okay, so maybe it would not even be a different angle. Maybe it would be
That's the angle that I have today.
Okay. All right.
All right, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
Okay. So I guess Onyeliz, you mentioned yesterday, you said when was the International Day of the Girl Child, and you brought that up, and I was like, okay, that was yesterday. Do you think what let's start with this first, right? What do you think if you were to look at every issue that the girl child is facing right now, what do you think would be the biggest? Or let me make it easy. Let's say the two biggest that you would say the girl child is facing.
Education and sexual assault / sexual abuse.
That's true. Education, though. Anyway, before we even start to argue about that, Jem, what do you think?
For the girl child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with Anka. Yeah.
Education and
And
sexual
sexual.
violence. I
Yes.
get.
Violence,
I
yes.
guess. Okay. So education-wise, some people will say, "Oh, but girls go to school." In fact, more girls go
Oh
to
wait, I have
school than
one. Sorry.
guys. Yeah.
Like body image or social
Body
media. I don't want to say
image.
social media, but if more
No, not
social
even
media,
social
but
media.
Just in
I don't
general.
think it's social media. Just generally.
Beauty
Okay, so
standards. I think that's what
beauty
it's
standards.
Beauty standards.
Beauty standard.
beauty standards. So, Liz, do you think you went through, any kind of experiences growing up that made you feel some kind of way about your body?
100%. I still go
What
through
are you
100%. I remember I was in secondary school and I was, I guess you would say, a little developed than
than
most
other
people,
kids?
yeah, my age. And I remember that it was honestly the worst experience of my life because I was being bullied for something I couldn't control. Right? I was
Wow.
getting attention from men
Guys.
that could literally give birth to me.
Yeah.
Or my grandfather at what, like 10 years old. So I think,
Wow.
in Nigeria, when you're like 9, you can start. I started secondary school at 9. So it's kind of like strange.
Me too.
So definitely, and now as an adult, like the just the beauty standard in general is disgusting. Like if you don't have slim waists, I don't have, and big butts, I don't have, average breasts, I don't have, like slim face, if I don't have, I have chubby cheeks. Oh God, long hair.
Because that's because you have a proportional body. Like let's
I
be
have
honest.
proportional body.
You're
But I
proportional.
don't have, me. And I also don't have money for doctor in Miami. So that's so yeah.
But you can do Dr. Dominican Republic.
I'm good. That's where we draw the
But you
line.
know the
If
doctor
it's
that
not
you have
Dr.
though,
Miami, I don't want
Doctor
it.
Jesus.
Yes, I am doing it.
I love it. I love it. Oh,
But
but
I
no, you know
think
what?
definitely, and I think that it's always gonna be something that I struggle with. Like for me, like body image is not just about like all like just the breast, the waist, the butt. It goes more than that. Like there are times like for me now, my favorite feature of my body is my lips. But there are days I wake up and I'm just like, my lips should be plumping now. Like generally, it's always plumping. Why is it not plumping today? And I feel some kind of way about it because like
Mhm.
if my lip is not the right proportion or the right size of plumpy, then it's not going to like mash my whole
With the
face.
rest of it. Oh
Right.
Lord.
So, like, I think that it's a thing that I will always struggle with, but I think it's also being able to kind of know how to deal with it and just work through it. You know.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I agree. Do you think the way do you think the way the way do you think the gaslighting that you received
Mhm.
as a kid because of your body, do you think it made it do you think did you ever catch yourself kind of criticizing another girl and you would realize that, what I'm doing is bad, what I'm saying is bad? Kind of talking about other people's, but did it make it easier? I guess what I'm trying to say is, did it make it easier for you to criticize somebody else because you were criticized?
No, actually, for me, it's very hard for me to, especially when it comes to like body image. I don't know, just because like, I guess I'm blessed. I was blessed enough to like be kind of conscious of the effect that kind of attacking people's body image can have. So for the most part, I was very intentional not, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Okay.
criticizing other women's body image. Obviously, there are times of like jokes, but for me, honestly, is honestly usually women that do surgery. I'm not even going to lie. Like it's usually like if you have a natural body, oh my god, you have me 100%. But it's women that do surgery because I can tell. Like I don't care who does it, I can tell that you did surgery. And like to me, like there are days that like I will see like some really like I've seen some botched surgery that I'm just like, whoa. And like, and I make fun of that, but in the general sense of it, no, it's not made it easier for me to like even like whenever I would talk about like other like women that have gone surgery, like whenever I would like talk about their body or just talk about woman's body in general, I'm very like I kind of try to catch myself like you wouldn't lie if somebody said that about you kind of
Mm-hmm.
things. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, growing up, it was actually the opposite because I was very like small,
Mm.
and everything just happened slower than everybody else. And I
Mm.
did not want it to be different. Like I wasn't like, oh, I want, but I had a lot of family members who would always make fun of me and say, it always came up. Oh, give her more food so
Mm.
that she can look different. So, if you don't get bigger, clothes won't fit you in a certain way. And so I found myself wanting to be bigger. Like
Mhm.
that was like, in fact, wanting to be bigger so bad that I would not use the staircase, that I would not, want to take the steps. I would not want to do anything physical because I'd been told that I would lose weight, more weight. And I was protecting my weight, right? So that's like the irony of my own situation. I always wanted to be the opposite,
Mm.
right? So but even for like stuff like acne, pimples, none of that. I think my first pimple, I think I was like 24, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my god. I was calling all my friends. I
No,
was crazy.
nice.
It was changed. Everything was very slow. Everything was very slow. I think the only thing that showed up at the right time was maybe my period. Okay, but everything else was super slow. So yeah, I think the fact that my body was talked about so much made it easier for me to talk about other people's bodies. In fact, I wouldn't even realize that I would just be like, oh, she looks a certain kind of way. It wasn't until I got bigger myself and my weight became an issue for me that I started to realize, oh my God. And people started to comment. People would just see me and be like, oh, are you pregnant? Wow, you've gained so much weight. Wow, you need to take it easy. Like, until people started to say things like that to me, then I was like, oh, you. So this is what people are going through,
Wow.
right? Jem, I know this isn't really like your jam.
Why not? Why do you think so?
Really?
No,
Okay.
no. I really
Tell
want to
us
know
more.
why do you
Are
think.
you
No,
a
no, no.
woman?
Am
Tell
I a
us more.
woman?
If we tell, I already know you will bring the male part into it. I already know the male
I
part.
will bring, of course. Onyeka knows. I think we've had a little bit
We've
closer
had this
discussions
conversation a couple times.
before.
Really?
I really do think people think that men don't struggle with body image. I really think so.
I guess body parts image, maybe. But
No,
like
not
the
body
whole
parts.
body.
It's not about the. We are not talking about the phallic parts of the body.
You see that I did not even you see that I did not even you
Let's
see that I
let's
didn't
be
even say
let's
that.
be sincere. Let's be
I didn't
sincere. We
even
are not
say that.
taking it.
Make it continue.
I am Steve Jobs.
Biology.
I'm a trendsetter. So
Okay.
I feel like people
No,
don't really.
not only staying hydrated. Okay.
I really gotta stay
Okay.
hydrated.
Okay.
All right, sorry,
Jen,
sidetrack,
say
sidetrack.
what you're
Sorry, sorry,
saying,
sorry,
Jerry.
sidetrack. I really do think like people think like men don't have issues with body image. I don't know. I keep saying this. I've said this many, many times on here. I feel like you personally don't believe me whenever I talk about it.
Who, me?
Yes,
Me.
you. Yes.
Okay.
Even Oni doesn't believe me
Today
all the
I'm
time.
going to open my mind and just pay attention.
Okay, so this is my point on the whole thing, right? I'm gonna sound a little bit of Dave Chappelle. Oh, I ran away from $50 million right now, but just listen to me through, right? In the
Okay.
future, when you are using this to blackmail me from not becoming the president of the free world, just you have to hear this other part. And
Okay.
Nikon, you don't want to be first lady. Or anything like this.
Absolutely not. I did not sign up for that, my dear.
I guess I have to go and collect back the dowry because I didn't know what's going on yet.
You have not paid it yet.
Okay, that's true. I've not paid yet. Anyway, so Jesse, thank God that we have another man in the chat. Jesse, back me up. Do men struggle with body image? Yes or no?
Wow.
Anyway, so growing up, I really did not have to worry about like my body image. The boy was really cute. I was a little bit skinny. No, I wasn't like a little bit skinny. I was very, 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 very skinny. And it was I think that was the only thing. Apart from that, I was like super adorable. I was super cute. I was ugly when they gave birth to me though, very, very ugly. But like as time went on, I became so cute, super cute. Finest in every category, in every talent show. I was always taking it. But then, as I started to, most of the things that happened in my life happened to me after I came to America, right? After I migrated to America. And then there were conversations about, like, oh, you're skinny. Mom is like, all the kids here are big. You need to be bigger. So we literally were on a diet of malt, whole milk. We were not allowed to. We were taking veggies, but mostly like proteins and like just a lot of proteins and like legit. And my mom, she don't play, so she literally had a diet for us. And then, I mean, she it came from a good place, but like even people saying like, "Yo, dude, how old are you? You look literally like 2 months ago. Someone thought I was in college. No, someone thought I was in high school
I
in
mean,
Look,
church.
don't even shake. It happens to
somebody
me.
tell you on Saturday.
Don't even shake. Like, it happens to
I feel like it
me.
happens to all three of us.
Yeah.
I feel like it happens to all three of us. When you can maybe get away with it because of
It depends. It depends.
it
If maybe
depends.
she's
That's what I
all
said.
made
Maybe.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. If not, like we all look like kids. So
Kid, by the way.
I only started thinking about it after I got here. But yes,
Mhm.
men, but obviously not to the extent of women. Women, that's all is talked about. That's all that has been marketed to you. That is or that they keep marketing like things that are not is that standards, but like nobody can reach. It's all about consumerism and like all those things, and
Yeah.
that's where it stems from. But I think that men
Yeah.
do, we can, not to the same extent, but to an extent, we can kind
Mm-hmm.
of relate to the extent of how, like, everybody telling you, oh, you should look like this, and but mostly for us, it's more about like you should act like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my 2 cents in the matter.
Okay. So since we started out with the body image issue, and then we're going to, what we were the major, thing we're going to talk about today. So, Simi. So if you don't know who Simi is, she is a musician. Um,
Wait, people don't know who
and
Simi is.
oh,
She
there, of course, there's always going to be that person.
sang the what's that song?
You do care?
Do care
We don't want to get demonetized. We don't want to get demonetized. Right? Don't say that.
Anyway, I think everybody has their own favorite Simi song. My favorite Simi song is I'm Asiko. That's my favorite Simi
That
song.
would be yes. That would be yes.
So,
That's your very type of song.
yes, also because growing up,
Yo, Miss Bionu, Olamide is coming to this thing. If you want to go, we could go together.
Olamide is
I know
going
you like
where?
Olamide. He's coming to America. He's doing a tour.
No, but he was even in Jersey. He was in Jersey for a while.
Yeah, I know.
That period when this guy passed.
Yeah,
So he's
but
coming
he's
back.
coming
Yeah.
for concerts like
When?
We'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Don't let the tickets be sold out. Yeah, let's talk about it
so that
on that. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so Simi, who is Adekunle Gold's wife and is also a very prominent musician artist in her own right. Right. So she started, let's say she kind of started this whole no one like woman trend, and it's been trending. So it started out as I'm not even sure how it started out. It started out, I think like I feel like every year some form of woman empowerment movement thing talking about women supporting each other always comes out. And then it will be black and white, and they will say women supporting women. And I remember that last year they had that whole. It originally last year's own. It started out as a black and white, but it was for Turkey. So in Turkey, there's like serious, violence against women. Like it's crazy. So it started there as like, and then when somebody dies in Turkey, you wear like a black and white picture of them on your chest. So it kind of evolved into this social media thing. Yeah, da, 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 da. This year, this one started nobody like woman, and people. I think what's interesting is the kind of things people are saying have been said about them. And some of them are just so shocking. And then I was reading some, right? And I was like, wow, how can somebody say this? But then I started to think about things that I've heard being said about me too. And do you guys ever feel like people don't have boundaries with the things that they say? Do you guys ever feel that way?
yes. I feel like Nigerian culture has even just enhanced it, especially with if the person has a if like especially with respect, what Nigerians deem as respect. Oh, I'm older than you, I can say that. I've had people tell me in church that like somebody like came up to me in church and was like, "Lincoln, you should watch your weight." So
I've got that before.
that
I've got
the man wants to, do you think that this is what it? And I'm
A
saying,
man
like,
what?
will a man like want to marry me? Like, will a man be attracted to me? Type thing. Like, even after I cut my hair, like I have people come up to me all the time, like, "Oh my god, you look like a boy," and I'm like, "Yes, okay." And what do you want me to do? Like little things like that. Like Nigerian culture. Let me not say Nigerian culture. Yoruba
Is it
culture.
Nigerian culture? Is it? The funniest part? I have friends who are not even African, but they all have that communal culture, third
Everybody
world
has a communal culture, but I think with just Yoruba in general and respect, with Yoruba culture and respect, it gives people the audacity.
to
Because
say
even
things to your face.
to say things to your face, and even if you try to like play it off or like
You're
they will keep
disrespectful.
saying it.
You're
Right? Like
disrespectful.
I have family members that like they would see my picture that I haven't spoken to in years. They will talk on FaceTime and they'd be like, "Ah, you want to sorrow. Like you've gone bigger, like that you didn't used to look like this in Nigeria. I was 14 when you saw me last. What do you want me to look like at 24? Like a whole 10 years different, right?" And I remember there was this particular like family member that my mom actually like my mom doesn't play that. Like she don't play that. Don't don't come at her children. That she had to tell like why? Like you to look at yourself. Shit, this is what you should look like something like that. Like
Mm.
my sister was telling me like somebody that said something to my niece, my 6-year-old niece, about body. And I was like, what? And my that girl, shout out to her. Shout out to me. That girl she's smart. I raised her right. And immediately she replied the person and said that, "Ah, uncle, you look too skinny for your age.
Pew, pew, pew,
And I was like, that's the audacity I wish I had. Because after that, like he can never come back to say anything to her. And
Hmm.
she's 6, right? Like I like that kind of audacity. And it doesn't mean that it's disrespectful, but to some people they'll probably feel that's why we exist here. Because you're literally attacking our image. Like you're attacking does she have or do I have control of the fact that my breast is big? No, I don't. Like it's honestly like it's the audacity is just much. The audacity is
Oh
long.
wow.
I feel the audacity is just
Yeah, no, it's crazy when people are telling you stuff that you cannot control. You have no control over. Like, this is not even the thing of you're doing it, and maybe they feel like you shouldn't be doing it. This is like you go to sleep, you wake up, and you find out that it's happening. And so we're positioning people to hate themselves.
yeah.
That's what we're doing. Jem, what are your thoughts? I've not even started. Like, I'm going to mention some of the things that some women are saying.
Yeah, I think I want to because my first question was, what are they saying?
Okay,
So that was my first question.
let me kind of okay. So this person, and this is I don't know if I should call names because some people might not know. Okay, so Official or Sass, Benro's ex-wife, she's like, they said she's a mother, she should stay at home. That's what she's
Husband
heard
kind
about
of,
herself.
our husband actually kind of created that narrative. So, well, our ex-husband was the one that started it.
Ex-husband. Okay.
Yes.
Before she met him, she wasn't staying at home. She was, she was always somebody she had won a pageant, she had done this, she had
He
finished
was
school.
Miss Black America. With
So
the
she was never somebody staying hidden in her basement. So that he needs to take several seats. Um, Somebody else said, they asked her, is she selling markets? And I can see people saying that to your face. Are you selling market? Somebody said she had been told once you have a child, your career is over. Somebody said she's been told use what you have to get what you want, and they were talking about like body. Somebody
girl.
said she had been told you won't
I've
look
actually heard
feminine.
that one before.
Yeah. Somebody said she had been told you won't look you used to be so pretty before you cut your hair. You won't
Ah,
look feminine or girly. No man will want you.
so,
Then somebody said, no, Tonto said, this one, she no fit stay man house. This is very common. It's always, especially for women. But I think the irony of this whole conversation, right, is that, and what people are saying is that women are the ones who say these hurtful things about other
yes.
women, which is why I was saying, is there something about being when is there something that when maybe people say hurtful things to you enough, you start to say those when you see somebody who's confident and doesn't hate themselves, when you see somebody who is just fine with not blending in with everybody else, maybe it makes you so uncomfortable that you start to say mean things. Do you think it's a thing?
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. I feel like because women react to things emotionally, like we're not logical. about a lot of things.
Hmm.
Please, feminists out there, is the truth. Before anybody come and say we react emotionally first, then we
Oh
just
no, you know they're going to cancel you. They're going to cancel you.
it's okay, you can answer me, oh, that's fine. Me, I react emotionally first. As logical as I claim to be, as logical as I actually am, I still react emotionally to things first. So I feel like because we react emotionally to things first, so if I see a woman that has, the exact type, like shape of my body, and is fit and like just looks
She's
good,
like,
and
she's
yeah,
like
and
this.
she's like dressed up and she's carrying Gucci, she looks she looks like what I would want to look like, right? The first reaction that would kick in would be, why don't I look like that? Right? And because I'm like, why don't I look like that? The first thing that'll come to my head is, that's probably why husband is beating at home or something like that. Like the reaction that you
But,
would like.
but imagine the leap. Imagine that leap. How can you leap from how is somebody looking like this to that's why her husband's beaten at home? That's crazy though. See, this is something somebody wrote, right? She said, let her go. She's weak. She couldn't give birth like other people. She's wasteful for making you. I guess this is what somebody said to her husband. She's wasteful for making you pay for a cesarean section 4 times and still lost your baby. If she can't have her own children by herself, she can't do anything right. I think that's like really that is
And
really
she's
mean.
God, Abby. As
That's
she's the one.
really mean.
No, she's God. I'm sorry, like I feel like you can talk about my body, you can talk about like marriage, children are things I cannot control, are things that should be left out of conversation with women. Don't come at women with things they literally cannot control. Is she God? We should give herself a shot. Abi, is she God? We should give herself a husband.
Oh, shout out to Nikki Lowy. She posted, she said, see
Oh,
this
I
one.
loved
She
her.
said, see this one. Why is she always happy when she's still single at 40? I was
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
loved her.
wow. Oh,
I
wow, that's
absolutely
deep.
loved her.
Why this is somebody else. Why is she DSF, Miss DSF, who is very hilarious, by the way? Why is she going out at night if she's not a prostitute? That's so funny.
This
Um,
has a whole thing called Get Me Lit Tour that is all party and clubbing every night.
yeah. Uh-huh. There's someone that she said, you're too ambitious. You know, you're now a mom of two. Wow.
That's tools, Abby. That's tools. That's tools.
Two. Mm. Somebody said, oh, who is this? We're filming all night now. Like you have, oh, this is, but I think many of this are coming from people who are celebrities. So someone said, we are filming all night, not like you have husband and children waiting. So funny. Um, let me
I
see. I
think
think the worst one.
I think the beauty of this thing though is that because Simi is not just posting like celebrities, like on our main page, she's posting celebrities.
She's
But
posting.
Simi Army, they took this over. Like they've posted more than like the celebrities. And one thing I would say is our lives are not so different from celebrities. Like a lot of these celebrities have
They
a lot
know
of
them, they don't know you. That's all.
women have had the exact same thing that people have said to celebrities. Celebrity does not matter when it comes to women lives in Nigeria.
Isn't it even worse? Isn't it even worse? Because when you do
How is
something,
worse?
when you do something, maybe 50 people know, right? Like
Mm.
you guys had your introduction, right?
Mhm.
If you were Simi and Adekunle Go, they would have taken your introduction apart. On YouTube, the people who have no business showing clips of you will be showing clips of you. People will be talking about your clothes. They'll be saying this is how much this one cost. This is how much the event cost. This is what the food they ate. Like it's crazy how much people will talk about
Yeah.
celebrities. So I feel like it's kind of worse. That's like I guess the cost of fame. Once anybody knows
I
you,
don't like how people say that. It's not the cost of him. You're not entitled to anybody. I
you're not. But that's what.
absolutely, like, and that's
Jen,
like
I said, Jen.
I like to
only,
Gem Gem now. If you
only
ever
when they start, only
famous,
when they start and they are looking for this fame, right? Any press will do, right?
that's true, Sha.
And then it gets to a point where the press, they now know that everybody wants to hear about you. So they will even formulate stories that were not true. Look, this woman, and this is the last one I'm going to say, right? Because for me, this was like the worst. I couldn't understand. Yes, she's not definitely, definitely not entitled to people's lives. I couldn't understand how somebody could say this. Someone said she must be evil or cursed. This is about somebody. How can her husband just die suddenly within their first year of marriage? She must have had something to do with it. And I'm just mind blown. Like, is there no line to how
Honestly.
or what people will use things that are not your fault or not your whatever? People die, you say, oh, it's your fault. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a part of all of us that has witnessed this so many times that if we're not careful, we will do it too without even knowing. Like recently I had to tell myself I was not going to talk about my body, anything about like, I'm not going to say, oh, um, I lost weight here. Oh, I would do this thing that when I fall, like if I fell ill, right? When I'm back to myself, I would be like, I didn't even lose any weight. Like, what was the use? and throughout when I'm sick, right? I can't eat. So I would like when I'm fine, I would like go weigh myself and nothing has changed. And I'm like, really? Nothing has changed. So I had to tell myself, I cannot, even if I cannot stop myself from doing that right now, I cannot do that in front of my kids because I don't
Right.
want them to get that mindset of, oh, wait, 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 wait. So that's the last one I'm going to read. So over to you guys. Let me know what you guys think.
For me, I'll say that I think it's a people thing. I myself, I don't lie. I like gossip. Gossip is sweet.
Do
Oh
you
my
really like
god,
gossip? I don't.
gossip is good.
Anyway,
Oh,
only Liz will know better. I
gossip,
think you like
gossip
gossip.
is gossip is good. Cause like I don't get a lot of what?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of like drama like in my life or anything, but watching other people's drama, that's why I love reality shows, especially like reality dating shows. Oh, so much gossip, so much to say, so much to just. But it is always to the extent of, and there's no right way to gossip, I guess, but it's always to the extent of, all right, what is this person doing? How is it different from what I'm doing, and how can they be better, and how can I learn from this and be better at this, and just in seeing like people in like the way they are, and the way they interact with each other is very 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 concerning. So whether it's from tradition, whether it's from culture, whether it's from people having access to each other, whether it's from social media or whatever, isn't this the same thing that Facebook got accused of? That like they put up things that they know that can trigger people so that they can get more traction on their site. We've known this for years that that's what Twitter does. That is the reason why they blew up, because they anything that is like rushing, exciting, they put it up there, and then anything that is not gonna get that much traction, they don't nobody cares about it. So it speaks to the fact that like everybody is kind of guilty of doing this thing of kind of projecting on other people, and
Projecting their insecurities.
projecting their insecurities on other people. And
Yeah.
like when you said like it's normal, I really do think it's normal. I think it's normal to see someone and be like, that person looks nice, I wish I could look like that. I think it's normal. I think it's what you do with that thought, that's what matters.
It's
Whether
okay.
you go out there and you start talking about it, whether you say to the person, especially in a disrespectful way. I've had a friend that like she wanted to lose a bunch of weight, and I didn't like it because I don't know, I thought that she was doing it for the wrong reasons.
Hmm.
But and we're close, so I kind of had to tell her. I don't know if that caused friction between us. I don't know if I did the right thing. I don't know if I did the wrong thing. I don't know. But what I know is that at the end of the day, all I just told her was that, hey, as long as you are happy with this, dude, this doesn't change how I see you or how much I care about you. But me personally, I'm a thick girl person. So I don't be friends with skinny people. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That was a joke. But like, is it's just the way someone
Friends
else
with
you,
the
eh? I'm a horrible, horrible person. We know this. We
friendship.
know this.
People
So
have people have preferences, and
people
you know
have
what,
preferences.
people have preferences. Like
People have preferences.
I will always say this, right? I would rather a person says, this is my preference and this is what I will go for, instead of s- dating a slim, I don't want to say skinny, but dating a slim
And
person
then
and
trying to
telling
get
them
her
to
to
gain
another
weight, or
yeah.
dating a person who's big and telling them to get
Oh
smaller.
yeah.
Like,
No.
don't
So
just.
yeah, I think it's everybody's kind of guilty of it, but I think it's what whoever is projecting or doing the talking, how they do it and how they act upon it. And also I think very importantly is how you that are receiving the feedback is how you act upon it. Because you too,
Very
you can let it
true.
sink
Very
in
true.
and like affect you and like get to you. Or you can just be like, you can just be like Tony. Everybody learn from Tony. That's the lesson from today. Everybody
My
learn from Tony.
niece, that girl.
She's a case.
I need
She's a
to.
case.
Yes.
Everybody learn from Tony. It's how you act on it. So I think the fault is on both ways. I think the fault is on both ways, and I think it almost weighs each other. People are, people will always say what they want to say, but be careful how you say it. And then people always say want to say, be careful how you receive it. That's what me I think.
And it's even this whole get married before 30 or your beauty will start to fade thing. Like,
That
you
one
are
is
not the beauty
nonsense.
captain. You are
That one
not
is
the beauty
nonsense.
captain. You are not the child captain. You are not any of these things. Like, I'm
Women are actually
confused.
more prettier in their later
What beauty?
years.
Shape beauty that I did not have, that I don't have in my 20s. Because I told
But I think it all comes down to, we can be so mean. I've seen I growing
People
up
can
as
be
a
men.
woman, as a girl, right? I saw so much emphasis on girls who are classically beautiful.
that's the one. The long
And
hair.
the sad part of it is that you would make it such a big deal for that girl
Yes,
that
so
when she meets somebody that doesn't send her beauty, she'll be like,
you be
they
so
hate me.
upset.
Yeah, they
Oh,
hate me. No, they
yes,
don't hate you. They just don't care.
yes. The long hair, the light skin. Oh my
Oh my God, the lights. Oh my God,
I'm so
girl.
glad, like I was never like I think because my dad is so chocolate and my mom is not light skinned, so like I was
So that
never
was never a thing.
bothered by like light skin. But I remember, oh my god, light skin babes. Oh, all the attention. And for me, like I remember I was sharing with you this, like I never got like attention from the right kind of boys. I don't know if that makes sense.
It
Like
makes sense.
I
It
get
makes sense.
attention from like men, like people's dads, like people's just
Yep.
disgusting attention. And imagine being in high school and that's the kind of attention you were getting. And you were going to school with boys your age and they were not even sending for you. Ah, that has to feel like that has to make you feel shitty. Excuse me.
Yeah, that would mess
Like,
people up.
that mess and it like for me, it really, really messed with my self-esteem. But it was also a thing where like it kind of made me like I didn't really care for boys, but at the same time, like even though I didn't really care for boys, and honestly, I wasn't sending for any of them. Like it made me want to care for boys. Like it made me want to try extra hard. That okay, maybe if I wear this, maybe like they will look at me, or maybe if I smile or not be so like
They were
actually,
probably just intimidated. That was what was happening.
it's obviously they were intimidated. I feel like even myself, I'm intimidated myself
They
sometimes.
were probably just intimidated.
At that time, at that age, that was not what it felt like.
Oh, you never got the be careful. This one, you look like this so you don't get pregnant. You never got that. You never got
Me, I
that
was
one. That one.
me, everybody that knew me knew that like me and boys, there was like
Okay,
nothing.
okay. But I know that one is also very common. Like for
Mhm.
girls who get developed very quickly, or
Oh,
their bodies change very
it's
quickly.
happening like
People will
that.
just start. People will just start projecting
Mhm.
just early pregnancy, projecting early sexual relationships on just from
You
nowhere.
must be
People
letting
start
those boys.
projecting
I mean
on
that.
them. So I think it's just it's sad. I know boys don't really go through that level of scrutiny and just bad mouth. Bad mouth. I would say bad
That's
mouth, right?
I think one
Mm.
thing that I would definitely like to point out why most of this things comes from women is because women are brought up to be competitive against each other. There's
Yes.
never been a culture of like women or girls being raised to
To
support each other.
collaborate.
Not in Africa, not in America, not anywhere. Women have always been, and that's why beauty standard, there was always a beauty standard because like if there was never a beauty standard, we're all women. But if there
Yeah.
was a beauty standard, if there's somebody that is
Then
full on
somebody is better than you.
that they mapped out a nose for her, and that's the person that you think has a perfect size nose. Isn't that dementia? Like that's dement like that is disgusting. But like women have never, ever, ever, there's never been that culture of let's support each other, let's invest in each other's businesses.
So do you think women supporting women is a lie?
I think no. I don't think it's a lie. But I
What do you
think that,
want to see? What do you want to see that will prove that it's true? Like
I want to see
when for you is it real?
I think that for me, the time it would ever become real will be when it's not a woman. A woman is not the first one making a hurtful comment at another woman because she did something wrong.
Hmm.
Because we're always so quick to make excuses for men. So quick. But when a woman does the same exact thing, our mother must have not raised that right. No,
Not even her father.
not her father is why will it be her father? Is he her
Not
father?
even her father.
Is her. You don't know that she just germinated by herself in her mother's stomach. Her mother must like for me, I think that would be I think that would be it for me. Like when I ever see a woman do something wrong and is not a woman that is coming at her first. Like I don't care. Let the man be the first one, you be the second one. That's fine by me. But like, but like that's what it would be for me. I just the culture and like even like with feminism. Oh my god, so toxic, so toxic. Like I'm sorry, people can keep your feminism. People can really keep it. Please, I just want equity. Just that's my own definition of feminism. Give me equity and let's move on because like it's just everything is so toxic and so competitive. There's no
Yeah, I think.
there's
I mean, do
no
you think? Jam, this question is for both of you, right? Do you think some of these movements? Do you think they make like this movement that Simi started, right? Do you think they can make a difference? Do you think this one can make a difference? What do you think
I
is
actually
going to come
think
out of
so.
it?
After reading a lot of these things, like after like seeing a lot of these things, a lot of these women are saying, the first thought that comes to my head is why are you spreading your business outside? Isn't that crazy?
But do you see that
Isn't
we come back?
that
But do you see
crazy?
that we come back to we've
Exactly
come
my
back?
point. Exactly. Isn't that crazy? Because under the same post that these women are making, there's still women literally saying, "Boy, it's true." Like the Osas own, literally women under that post saying, "But it's true." Didn't your husband say that you couldn't stay at home with your daughter that you birth? So for me, it's like with the old tools on now, I didn't know about it. I didn't know that people were telling that she was so ambitious. But I absolutely adore tools, but like I didn't know that. But now to me, it feels like, yeah, why are you spreading your underwear outside? Like things like that, because now you're even giving them more to use against you. Like people, like especially with celebrities, like people feel so entitled to their life. Like any small thing they release about themselves, like people use it against. Like Adeswa, for example, she talked about like childbirth. Like I saw how many women under that still went and attacked her. That if she sat at home, she would be in that situation. That she be sad, I want to be doing blockbuster movie up and down, up and down, up and down. If she was resting, if she was doing the right thing, if she got married before the age she got, no, really, no, I don't know. I think that this movement, and also my thing with movements in general, and all the and all the is that I personally think they work. I don't think I've been involved in too many of the isms to know that they don't work.
All of them?
I think they bring some change, but at the end of the day, there's never really anybody that would see it through. That's the issue. Because like all this one that they are writing now, what do you want me to do about it? Like, I'm so sorry, dear.
But do you think it might do you think tomorrow some of these women that saw this post, do you think tomorrow maybe when they want to say something about someone, they will just remember that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, Adesuwa example. Again, Osas example. You would think that women that have gone through the same thing would understand. No, they weren't. Like, don't even feel sympathy. No. Just feel empathy towards no. No. I don't think so. I think that during the time of the movement, everybody is gonna be like, oh yeah. But give it to 1 minute after, it's still the same women that see me is posting on her story that will still come back and attack her herself. That why can't she? Why will she wear boots and skirts? You don't remember? Before she got married and had a baby, up and down. She will wear skirts. Skirt is too short. She wear a top. They will say top is too loose. Why doesn't she dress to fit her body? Even like Copy, I don't even know Copy. Otedola's daughter. Literally, this girl posted, and to some extent, whoever like is a fashion stylist and a makeup artist, I don't think they do what is best for her body type and like for her face structure. But that's besides the point. That isn't your money. So I guess she changed. She had somebody new style her and somebody new like do her makeup. Do you know that it's a woman our age, literally, that came on and said that whoever your makeup artist and your stylist is, keep them? Can you imagine? What gave you the audacity or the rights? You don't even have a money. You can't even buy a puppy set. You can't afford to buy. Who gave you the audacity?
A puppy. You know, there's also the shock factor. Some people, they will leave the kind of comment that will make people say, why would you say this? But okay, Jem, what do you think?
So to kind of reiterate on what I was saying about like the way we talk about people is talking about people. I don't think is really bad. It's more like the whole system runs on. But the thing is that we've just formed a bad habit of doing it in a destructive way, and I think that is the challenge. Now, props to Simi, but I think maybe she's probably have a new single that is coming up, and they say she's going to
this is
challenge
for
that.
something. She already
Yeah.
from the jump. She said that this is something's coming. We that were Simi fans, we know we are the one that started this whole thing.
Great idea. Great idea on our part, though. That was cool.
This is how to do it.
This is how to make money, my dear.
This is how to
That's
make money, which
business.
which like proves my point that like people like talking about other people. We like talking like stuff about other people. But the issue I think is we do it in a destructive instead of a constructive way. Whenever Onyekon tells me about like copying the way she dresses, she always says in a constructive way like, oh my god, she's really pretty, but I think she needs a new stylist. Like, and then she starts showing me her dress, and I'm like, what's going on? Why is Onyekon showing me copy dress? I don't know about her. And then she's like, "Oh, if she pairs this with this, that'll be really nice. Look at this one thing that she wore this one time; it was really nice. But look at this one that she wore; it wasn't really nice." And stuff like that. She says. So there's constructive and destructive way of thinking. Now going back to like challenges like this and things like this, what they are very good at is they start conversations. Now, the extent of these conversations, I do not know.
Remains to be seen.
Yeah, and it still remains to be seen. But what I know for sure is that they start conversations, and I guess I'll take conversations over not talking about them at all. But is it really affecting change?
No,
Yeah,
that's the issue.
that's the issue. That's the issue with all these movements and this thing, and also because change is very, very, very slow. So like, really can't know. But at least I say the optimistic side of me says at least we are getting a conversation, and for me, that's something.
That's something.
That's something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, guys. Thank you for saying that. So shout out to the Easy Breezy Life, Miss Is. She mentioned something in her stories and tagged me, and she was like, "Oh, I hope we're going to break this issue down." I was going to just chill and just wait to see how it was all going to play out, the whole nobody like woman thing, because I don't know. I'm just like, especially last year, I had this whole rant on my story about people posting women, there's the uplifting women. I hold you down. I don't tear you up, whatever. And then DMing people's husbands. I'm like, yo, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know, like, if this is even worth
You
it.
the action, bro.
So when this year's own happened, I was like, let me watch and see. That was my initial
Let me give you
thought.
with this one that we're on top of.
Eh,
So between Jenema and her husband and ex-boyfriend, and she's so I'm sorry, like, you do it, and this is part of what I'm saying. Don't use something so good for your own publicity. I'm so sorry, don't. This is a woman accused of cheating on her husband. There is a video, apparently. They are going to court, apparently. And she now used hashtag nobody like woman. They call me a prostitute because I shake my ass. They do this because of this. They said that my marriage will not last past 1 year. But you are going to court because somebody claimed they had a video of you, a married woman, sleeping with their boyfriend. She's not the only one. Like, there are other women that like are actually like. There's also this other woman that like she literally is dating a married man, and she used her foot chest to post him for a birthday party. Foot chest, full chest. You hear me?
no, that one is not dating now. That one is second wife. That one is enter second wife.
I'm so sorry.
It just remains for the family to come to the house, come and meet the first wife and say, there's another wife, shift on the chair. She wants to come and sit down. All of that.
I shared that nobody like the woman. Yes, I'm guessing.
So people will always take it to the extreme and take it out of context. You're saying.
People always take it to the extreme. People always do the most. I think when it comes to, I think when it comes to women especially, and I'm not doing this to be stereotyping women, I think when we get really emotional, we need to put the phones somewhere. We do. We really do. And I just, at this point that I've come to, if you are that person that your joy comes from, when you see me, you must tell me everything I do wrong. You must remind me of everything you think I do wrong. Then we need to,
Reevaluate the relationship.
yeah, we need to reevaluate our friendship, because already I feel like many of us, except for those that maybe were really sheltered, but if you grew up in a way that you had to deal with neighbors, family members, you have to deal with all those people telling you, projecting themselves on you. If you had to deal with that, you are already battling with that part of your self-esteem. The last thing you need is to be grown and still have friends that are still dealing with you in that way.
At this age, big age of mine.
Once you get to the point where you can now look at your contacts and delete for your own joy.
Yeah,
There are some
understand.
people you cannot delete. You will minimize contacts, but the ones you can delete.
Nobody is undeletable.
That's right, baby.
Nobody is on. I don't care. You are nobody except Jesus Christ, the Lord and personal Savior.
Dr. Jesus.
Head, I don't care who you are. You are deletable. If
That's
you don't
right.
bring me peace of the Lord, no.
Nobody's deleted. Nobody's undeletable. I love it. I love it. Nobody's undeletable. Except for I'm going to watch this when it's over. Just laugh. Okay. So I think we have really talked about this issue. I think we've given it a fair look, right?
Interested to see how it progresses as well. I'm interested to see
But you don't look like you don't even you're just like only more mess can come out of this. All right. Only more mess.
some people are using this to hear that there's laundry.
Some people are also using this to kind of just speak their own mind, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it might be therapeutic for some people, honestly.
yes.
Onyeka is not having it though. She's like, nope.
Again, I'm done with all the isms and all the. I'm not.
Yeah. So no, some things need to stop. Shaming women for having cesarean sections. Look, this is
I'm marriage.
shaming people for being widows or widowers is crazy. How do you this is the worst thing that can happen to a person. Like, this is the worst thing.
Hey.
And then you're shaming them. I don't know, man. It's a lot. I think I just think we can only be
If that person not put curse on that person, I think that will you call them evil? No, now.
How many people will you
actually go and talk to which you call them now?
How many people will you put curse on? How many? Where will you start?
Cause is fighting. Cause is fighting out here. You not see the way these people are acting. Do they look normal to you? Remember because they did not even know it. No, that is you not say it's me, daddy.
Okay. Anyway, any last words, guys? Liz, what are you eating today?
I'm eating chocolate.
Introduction chocolates.
My alarm just went off saying my event. What event, please? See, this is the kind of thing that makes me uncomfortable. What event? Because now I can't remember.
Maybe it's a recurring reminder.
It is well. It is well. Anyway, so
What if you
any last words, guys? Any last words, guys?
I think.
Give us a word for the road, Liz.
Love yourself as Christ loved the church. Thank you very much. I don't mean to say like that. Like, I feel like the same way, the same kind of love, and the same kind of way you want to be treated. And I feel like that statement is so underrated. Like, treat people how you want to be treated. It should not be underrated. Is what you want people to, the way you want people to treat you, the way you want people to talk about you. That's the way you should talk about people. And I'm very, like, for me at least to an extent, I believe I'm so intentional about that. Like people say, I don't. For the most part, I actually love women. Like, I genuinely like love women. Like, sometimes to a fault, but I think just love everyone like Christ loved the church, and we all make heaven. Heaven is the goal. Always focus.
Yeah, everybody's focused on heaven. That's right. The world will be a better
Yes,
place.
now. Heaven is the goal, my dear.
I do agree with you. I do
No,
agree.
some people have already thought in their mind that they can't make it. So
Oh.
their
So
their
they're
job,
just doing their own
their
thing.
job now is that I don't want to be lonely.
Heaven
I
is the
want
goal.
Oh,
to
so they're
drag
trying to break people. Oh, this is serious. Some people is trying to drag people to heaven. Some people are trying to. Wow.
No, all you people that are trying to drag people to heaven, what are you really doing your work? Because those that are trying
Mm,
to drag people in the opposite way,
they're
they are
out
really
here
doing their
working,
work.
bro.
Oh,
Right?
I'm
That's all I
walking
would
10
say.
times over.
Right?
So,
The devil
Jem
be working
Jem,
night shifts.
any
Now,
any any final parting
what I've
word?
said, and first of all, would you like to take Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior? Let me use this platform. As people are dragging people to him, maybe I should try my shoot my own shot too.
Let's be in the
Do
mood of
it.
rescue.
He love you, he care for you. But really, I think like I've
It
always said,
does. It does.
makes more makes more just to kind of say it again is that I don't know, man. People are not generally as nice. There, good people in the world that do bad things, and there are bad people in the world that do good things. And I just would like to encourage people to try your best to just be good, and try your best to just be good. And we're all part of this human experience. Everybody's going through their own things. Literally, every single person on this comment section, every single person that said this thing, have something that they are going to that is probably worse than what they've commented on. So everybody's going through stuff. We're all part of this human experience. It doesn't make any sense for you to. Yeah, we're all just trying to survive and breathe. We're just trying to breathe, innit? So please, just recognize that we're all part of the human experience, and let's embrace that fact. And I really do think that is the answer to all these problems. We're all one big family, literally. And let's be nice. I'm tired. How long? I still have so much to
And
go in this. Like,
and hungry.
no,
Human
no,
experience joins the
eh?
it doesn't do well with human.
I don't do it to a human being, and then I hear all these things again. It's very depressing. I can't even lie to you. So please, for my son, if not for your own sake, at least for my sake, please be
Sorry,
nice to your neighbor. I'm threatening you now. I am threatening you now.
Uncle.
Be nice to your neighbor, because if I catch you, you don't even need to go to that hair to experience hair. The home training that I did not give you, I will show you. I will drop my address in the comments. Come and meet me. Let's fight. That's all I have to say.
So before they demonetize our
And also, please, people stop replying people's message with bet. Please don't do it. We're gonna need someone reply with bet. What's bet? What are we betting on?
you seem upset, sir.
That's what I have to say. That's what I have to be nice.
What is
If
the
you're
everyday
watching me.
upsetness on the internet?
Christmas is coming. Santa is watching you. If you are on the naughty list,
Oh my
don't do it for
gosh,
you.
yes, Christmas is coming, guys.
And don't use the word bet. Write
Oh,
sentence like you go to school. Thank you very much. That's
Christmas
my
is what I want.
Thank you.
Give me the greens. Give me the greens.
Oh my
Greens is
Lord.
dollar bills.
Okay.
Dollar bills.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys, these guys are getting out of control. So I'm just going to end this live before you see them.
How
Like
about you, Miss
for
Beard?
real.
What's your final word?
I think that we still have a long way to go. Just women supporting women at work. The things that I've seen among so-called friends, the things that I've seen. Now I can't even say, like, I see men sometimes they like do bad things to each other because of money, because of stuff like that, like, competition over like cars and money. But women will do something sometimes over the pettiest things, like crazy things. And I'll just be like, this is not going to help us at all, because already there's a disadvantage. There's so many fights you're fighting. Pay inequality, gender inequality, this inequality and that inequality. The least thing that we can do is, hey, You see somebody, she's going through a tough time in her marriage, and you're like, oh yeah, why won't she, when her eyebrows are this particular way? Like, what's the relationship between her eyebrow and marriage? So I'm just like you guys said, I'm going to watch this movement play out, and next year there'll be another movement. And I'm also, I also hope Simi's single or EP or whatever she's bringing out does well.
Please, you people support my baby Simeo. We need to pay school fees of Deja. Oh, Deja.
Well, I'm looking forward to the first good track that Copy will bring out. Still waiting, still here. I don't really care about her clothes. I don't really care about what she wears. I don't care about that. I know whatever she wears will be quality stuff. It will be good. It will be expensive. Everything's expensive.
I'm singing quality music.
But now that's the thing, Julu.
Yes.
See, this is the powerful thing about life.
Mm-hmm.
This is why at the end of the day, all things work together for good. Money will buy you some things, but it cannot buy you talent. It cannot buy you talent, right?
I smell
and
something.
I'm not naming any names. I'm just saying I'm still waiting for, So
No, she actually has a pretty good single out. It was a collaboration. It was actually pretty. I forgot the name though, because it's not Jollof from Egypt, and it's not give me some gelato.
Okay, so we're waiting for the one that will not be forgettable. Let me put it that way.
Gelato wasn't forgettable. Please, you know how much respect for your.
No problem.
You can't out here defending all our people, bro.
Yeah?
No, she will come for you. We'll be there. She'll be the one that will come and sing.
Surprise.
She's the one that will sing Gelato there.
No or the pastor, you sing Gelato there.
No, I trust all our people. They would have driven her away from the place. So there's such thing.
Those ones that have no way to hide their.
So anyway, thank you guys. If you're watching, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, my subscriber list has increased a bit. Thank you to all 8 people who subscribed.
Thank you guys. We love you all. Thank you so much.
And thank you to you guys, Oyinlis and Jem. I'm so proud of you, but more so, I'm also rooting for you. Like, I'm rooting for you because
so much.
I just think that we learn for life, and mistakes come when we think we've got to a certain age and so we can't learn. And mistakes come when we think we've got to a certain stage and so we're jaded, we've seen it all. Right. And so I love that you guys always are looking to break. People say, oh, stuff can't happen. You guys are like, okay, watch us. And I really, really want you guys to just keep doing that. That watch us energy. Just keep that.
Watch us energy. Oh, wow.
Okay. All right, guys. Good night. Wow. Good night, everyone. Good night. Say bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Like, subscribe, share, and comment.
Like, subscribe, share, comment.